No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back. So they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Not keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order.
All right, who we playing? Don't be a hell game. Don't be Young Kiv. Be anybody else.
Now, for those of you who don't know who Voltrax is, he is one of the best Madden players of all time. Currently the #1 ranked head-to-head player on PS4. He has an overall record of 974 and 48 losses with 88 Super Bowl wins. I don't know how that's possible. And then on top of that, he's an MCS belt winner. He won the club championship last year. We had the pleasure of matching up with this great Madden player this past week in Weekend League. And we're going to show you that game here today. This is episode 2 of my Weekend League recap. If you guys are new to the series, we're currently 8-2 as we head into episode 2. In today's video, we're going over games 11 through 19, with tomorrow finishing out games 20 to 25. Additionally, if you guys haven't subbed to my second channel, it's called Mazomatic Live and will be linked in the comments. But I recommend you guys go sub over there. We're going to be posting some stream highlights and some funny content. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of the type of content that you can find on the second channel. Okay. I'm reading the messages. Everyone's saying servers are down?
Well, just as I thought. Trash.
All right, let's open a little pack right here. An 85 plus most feared. Let me get some more point. There's no content. What does this mean? What does this mean? There's no content. What the fuck does this mean? My girlfriend said that Christmas tree is hot garbage. Well, your girlfriend can suck my cock and balls from the back.
Oh?
Don't you ever
fucking talk about my tree again.
This is what we're drinking tonight, boys. 5 times distilled with vodka. Cheers to you, my man. Thank you. Oh, yeah. And once again, that channel is called Mazomatic Live. If you guys go sub over there, I will love you forever. Now, as always, before we hop into the video, we're going to go over the best and the worst comments of the day. The best comment of the day comes from our man, Poopoo97, who we took on in the last episode. He said, "You got lucky." Yes, I did, Poopoo. Yes, I did. And the worst comment of the day comes from Brennan Williams, who said, "Maze has been wearing the Quiet Kid headphones. I'm starting to get a little scared." I've been getting a lot of comments about the fucking headphones, man. Are they that bad? My earphones broke. This is all I got, okay? This is what we're rocking with. Boys, I have a confession to make. The team has not changed since the last video. However, in the last video, I claimed that Ronnie Lott broke the game. However, I didn't realize Ronnie Lott wasn't even on my team yet. I recorded those games on Thursday. Ronnie Lott came out on Saturday. So that's my bad, boys. I don't even know how I messed that up. But heading into our next games, you're going to see Ronnie Lott gets added after the first 3 games. So look for him after the first 3 games. My apologies again, boys. I have no idea how I messed that up. Starting off the game on the defensive side of the ball, Deion Sanders in the safety position gets an interception, getting us the first turnover of the day. 2nd and 7, and we find the crossing route with Diggs, who gets to the 3-yard line. And from there, the RPO back to Diggs to let him finish the job, get in the end zone for the touchdown. So starting off, that game was hot. We dominated him. He quit quick. We're now 9-2. 9-2 heading into our next game. And to be honest, we kind of need to be on fire, because anytime you lose multiple within the first 10, you got to be on fire if you want to remain in contention for top 100. So I kind of need to start winning, going on a little bit of a win streak. And I believe with how that first game went, we're right on line to do that. So getting into the next game, we want to keep playing well, and we do keep playing well. Derwin James in the flat with an interception. He's going to take that one all the way back to the promised land. Derwin James, give a little celebration. You earned it, buddy. We're all proud of you. On to the next defensive drive. 2nd and 9, and Reggie Bush gets to the outside, gets a little bit of space, and the computers always just dive and miss. I don't know what's up with pursuit angles, but my opponent now in scoring territory. 2nd and goal, and it goes right over Amos's head. I don't know if I forgot hit triangle or what, but look, it was a low pass, and all he had to do was basically just put his hands up, and it would have hit him, but He ends up getting a touchdown. So now ties up the game 7-7. Back to that RPO with Diggs. Tried to go for the stop and go. Didn't really work. Micah Hyde there to make the tackle. But at the 25-yard line, we go to Reggie Bush, who gets to the outside, inside the 10-yard line to the 5. And the hardest place to score is once you're inside the 10-yard line. So here we are going with the pass. And in the flats on 4th and goal, my opponent did not cover the hard flats. And a little friendly advice, if you're ever at the 5-yard line, just cover the hard flats. Pretty much one of the only places you need to cover. And then on the next drive, this was just my bad. I wasn't really paying attention at my controller, and I happen to be on my cornerback. So you're gonna see, watch DRC. He's not moving at all because I wasn't at my controller. Then I noticed, tried to click on really quick, and I just ran out of bounds. So left DeAndre Hopkins wide open. Just idiotic play by me to let my opponent tie up the game. Now 47 seconds left in the half, my ball, and we are looking to score again. Obviously, nobody was deep left. I had an out route, though, so I had to lob pass it up. But if that was a streak, he would have been gone, obviously. But that just tells me my opponent is playing very aggressively, and he was so confident he didn't put any deep zone on the left side of the field. He does run man coverage, though, and we got man beaters on deck. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, getting loose, scoring a touchdown at the end of half. So now we're up 7. The half ended very well, and coming out in the second half, it's our ball. We find Diggs on the shot for a 72-yard touchdown. Had to do a little quick mental math there. 72-yard touchdown to Stephon Diggs, and he's actually been kind of balling out for us this game. My opponent now frustrated as hell going for a cover 3 beater. I had a deep half set up, and Tracy Porter there to get the interception. So that is going to do it for game 12. That brings our record to 10-2, and we said we need to go on a little bit of a win streak, and I got to say the momentum is in our favor for that. We have been rolling so far through those first 2 games. Going into the game 13 against Draco, different. He's running man coverage with 1 step ahead across the board. Scary Terry on the man beater, though. Once again, that Z post is pretty much unguardable from all man coverage, so you're going to need a deep zone on the field. And then on special teams, we play all 3 phases of football. Deion Sanders recovering a fumble. I believe that was Khalil Mack who got the hit stick fumble, but it gives us the ball in field goal range. Unfortunately, our offense is not able to do too much. And sloppy play for Mazomatic once again. I missed the field goal short. I had the leg, I just didn't adjust my kick angle. And then following it up, we ran a little bit of a blitz. I was using the middle third, and I'm just not fast enough to get back on Scary Terry. So not only do we miss the field goal, but we give up an easy touchdown right after it, and that is just terrible on my end. Super sloppy. Thankfully, the offense comes through, and Reggie Bush gets to the outside. I believe we weak boxed him. He came out in dollar, and I was in gun A slot, so we had 2 tight ends, and because of that, we were able to weak box him and get a long run. Unfortunately, my opponent fires back with a strike, and it was somewhat of a cover 3 beater. I'm not really sure. It barely fit in there, so that tells me it's not consistent. He's not going to be able to hit that every time. But with 30 seconds left in the first half, Reggie Bush once again on that trap. My opponent just not having good run defense at all. And when I run gun A slot, if you don't have good run defense, I am going to continue to run trap over and over and over again until you can stop it. 5 seconds left in the half. He tries to take off with Lamar Jackson. Not a smart decision because, best case scenario, you get tackled and we go into halftime. Worst case scenario, you fumble and I get 3 points. So for him, unfortunately, he fumbled. We get the 3 points, extending our lead to 10. Now in the second half, we have a little bit of a comfortable lead. He goes for a shot. DRC on the outside third is able to get back in time, get the interception. So now already up 10 points. We get a turnover starting off the second half, and it's not looking good for my opponent because he already can't stop the run. As you guys can see, I've been running all over him, especially when I got stick like that. A little stop and go gets us inside field goal range, and we are going to continue to run the ball and chew this clock. And you know what? We got in the end zone, so if you can't stop the run, I'm not going to stop running. It's that simple. 11-2 heading into our next game. My opponent's got Michael Vick, so I am expecting him to run around a lot with his quarterback. Gonna have to keep a QB spy on the field at all times. Vick is always a double threat. Very frustrating to deal with. So Michael Vick rolling out here with the escape artist, and he finds a deep pass. That's Claypool on the sideline. And a couple things I want you guys to notice is this is the game I use for Madden Academy, so I'm only going to be showing the scoring plays and the turnovers, just the big highlights, because I've already posted this game on the channel. This is also the first game that Ronnie Lott is on the team, so watch out for my boy Ronnie Lott as he misses a fucking tackle right there. Great job, Ronnie. We're all proud of you. The score is now 10-7. We are down, and at the end of half with 30 seconds left, we do kick 3. We barely squeeze it in there to tie up the game. And with 12 seconds left, my opponent does have the ball. So is he going to find something? Look at who is it? It's Ronnie Lott making a play. That's what I was talking about when I said he broke the game. Ronnie Lott in the inside third, able to jump up and pick off the ball. Now coming out in the second half, it's a tie game. We've been down for a good part of the game. But we get a long pass there to get a field goal. That's going to give us a 3-point lead. Unfortunately, we weren't able to push it into the end zone. And then my opponent taking a shot early in the fourth quarter, a little bit too early to get desperate. And Ronnie Lott, already activated, jumps up, high points that ball, and comes down with it. Ronnie, I love it. We are all so proud of you. Now 10-13, we're up 3 points, and we got the crosser. It's Darren Waller who makes a catch up the sideline, and he is pretty fast as he gets into the open field. He gets tackled at the 6-yard line, and my opponent did not like that. Your peer has conceded the game. Now 12-2 on a 4-game win streak. Heading into game 15, Ronnie Lott, 96 overall in our top 3. My opponent's got Joe Montana, hot route master. So we're going to be looking out for some glitchy route combos. And this is another game you guys have seen. This is the guy with the deep post in the cover 3 beater. Ronnie Lott, you fucking suck. But I don't know what it was. To be honest, there's something about this post that really screws up cover 3. And I think it's since this last patch, some of the zones have been playing a little wonky. So we're going to have to watch out for that. Man beater, Terry McLaurin, scary Terry. He's just been torching man all day, and on that Z post, he gets outside and up on his man, and the great pass from Culpepper to make it happen. 1st and 10 now. We end up hitting him as he throws. Joe Montana throw out a sack interception. Taylor Mays with a little cut to the outside and up the sideline. He is gone. That is a game changer. When you're in a shootout like that, when you get 7 points on the defensive side of the ball, it makes the world of a difference. 2nd and 10 now. My opponent back to the cover 3 beater. Ronnie Lott, not even close. Ronnie, it's okay, man. Just ask for help. We got to start deep having that left side cornerback because obviously that post has been giving us trouble all day. Terry McLaurin once again on the Z post, able to beat his man and get inside the 10. From there, it's the Reggie Bush show. 0-1 trap up the middle into the end zone. My opponent drives down, scores one of his own. Now 21-21 coming out in the second half. And we got Terry McLaurin once again on the Z post. And if you give it to me a 3rd time, are you going to give it to me a 3rd time? Yes, he gave it to me a 3rd time. The 3rd touchdown of the day for Terry McLaurin as he gets into the end zone. Once again, 28-21, a lead of 7. And there's my boy Ronnie. Ronnie, we've been kind of trash talking you all game, and you just came up big for us there. Up 7 now, gets us the ball in field goal range, and it is scary Terry for another touchdown. I didn't realize Terry McLaurin balled out that much this game, but holy hell, he had a phenomenal game. 4 touchdowns on the day, 13-2, heading into game 16. 2nd and 11. We throw it over the middle, barely fit it over Sam Mills' head. Get a pretty nice gain across midfield to the 42. Now the 27-yard line, we hand off to Reggie Bush, who takes it and zigzags through defenders for a 27-yard rushing touchdown. Starting off the game 7-0. Now my opponent's ball, and he's dropping back on the shotgun. Josh Allen with a lob pass. It is tipped and intercepted by Troy Polamalu, who gets the ball at around midfield. Our offense taking back over. My opponent is sending a pretty crazy blitz. We find Vernon Davis late on the sideline to put us in field goal range. And now 3rd and 1. Culpepper dropping back once again. Tried to throw over the middle. It was a double move, and he was wide open. But it brings up a 4th down. What would have been a touchdown. Thankfully, with the low pass, we're able to convert, but we do not get 7. So we are still feeling that overthrow from Culpepper as our lead extends to 10. We are still up 2 possessions, which is good, but we got 2:33 left in the half. A lot of game to play. And my opponent had Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp as his main receivers. Obviously a big Rams fan, but I've never really seen somebody use the Rams receivers. Jared Cook right there. Catches it inside of my corner. I don't know how. Breaks off a tackle. Gets down to the 1. And Christian McCaffrey does the rest from there. Bringing the score to 7-10. We only have a 3-point lead now as we head into the second half. My opponent gets the ball. So if he scores 7, we're going to be in a bad spot. But Josh Allen with the overthrow to Troy Polamalu, who gets the interception. And this is something I want you guys to watch. He's blitzing the house. We have a wide open guy. We throw it, get the throw out of sack. And Denzel Ward with the perfect timing user pick. Denzel Ward was manned up on the other receiver. So we got the throw out of sack. You saw we were throwing to Darren Waller, who was wide open. Denzel Ward somehow looking back at the quarterback gets the interception. And you guys are going to notice I start playing very, very bad after this. I was raging my ass off after that. And then he gets in for the touchdown. So now we're down. I had the ball up, and now we're down. I am frustrated as hell. And we followed up with that. I don't know how Derwin James intercepted this ball. We're going to look at the replay. He was about 10 yards, 8 to 10 yards underneath with no ability. Look at that. The ball was scheduled to land at the 45. He's at the 35. So without Lurker and without Acrobat, I don't know how Derwin James was able to pick off that ball. 3rd and 3 now. We think we have the deep post, but Terry McLaurin for the first time today does not beat his man. Bring up a 4th down. And look at this formation I'm in. I have never ran this formation, so why am I running it on 4th down? That is the key sign of a mad-ass Madden player. You know a Madden player is mad and frustrated as hell when it's 4th down, game on the line, and they run a formation they've never ran before. I just was spamming X, and I clicked a coach suggestion. So now we're down 14. We got 1:45 left in the game. I'm pissed off. This game's pretty much over. I only have 1 timeout left, and I throw a force a pass over the middle. Guys, we had this game under control. I'm really wanting to emphasize that I was mad, and I lost this game for myself. We had the game under control. We were up. And then once one bad thing happened to me, my mind just took over. I got pissed off. I started forcing stuff and not being patient. So heading into the next game, we need to flush that away. And we're already starting off good. He throws the post. If you guys recognize this guy's name, it's the same guy we played a few games ago who kept running the cover 3 beater. So I'm already expecting to have to deep half that side every single time. Now on my first drive, we're already in field goal range, and I make the most blind Stevie Wonder read of all time over the middle, right at Isaiah Simmons, who obviously is going to jump up and get the user lurk there. So we get an interception, then we give him an interception. We're back to square one, and look at that. He's going right back to the cover 3 beater. I forgot to deep half the side. I got to make like 10, 15 adjustments every time to stop this play. I know exactly how to stop it, but I just couldn't make him in time, and I forgot to deep half the side. Thankfully, on 3rd and 10, he runs some man coverage with no safety help over the middle. And who is it? Scary Terry on that Z post, beating his man, torching his man, and my opponent firing right back. You're going to see this is becoming an offensive game here. He scored, I scored. Now he's driving on me pretty easily once again. But as he throws over the middle, Troy Polamalu with Acrobat is able to jump up, and we get the perfect timing user pick. And I honestly feel like Acrobat this year is what Lurker was last year. Your players with Acrobat unlock like a whole new set of animations that they're able to get when they have it activated. So I have like 4 or 5 Acrobats on the field at all times. On my next drive, we try to force the deep post to Diggs, and DRC has it blanketed like white on rice, and he gets the interception, and we turn the ball over once again. So it seems like every time I get a stop, I give him the ball right back, and anytime he scores, I score right back. So we're in a little bit of a weird place, but Ronnie Lott, last video, I didn't talk about him at all because he wasn't on the team, but this video, Ronnie Lott is a focal point of our team, gets us the ball back again. 3rd and 6 now, Vernon Davis winning against his man on the corner route. Now we're caught in a 4th and 8, 1 minute left in the first half. Nothing is really open, and guys, even though I just said it, every time I get a turnover, I give him the ball right back. And what do you know? We do it once again. So the game is still 7-7, and he is still going back to this cover 3 beater, except this time I know how to stop it. But boom! Jamal Adams with the huge hit, and it's picked up by Troy Polamalu, and Troy P gets to the outside, and there's no one there. Who's going to run him down? Who's going to run him down? Is it going to be an O lineman? No. It's going to be Josh Allen? No. Good luck, buddy. Connection interfere has been lost. We get the victory. 14-3 now through our first 17 games, heading into game 18. And as you can see, my opponent's got a 96 overall Dante Culpepper and a scary Terry of his own. So I know that he's going to be passing the ball. As you drop him back with Culpepper to start, he is the Browns with a 419 team name. And he starts off with a cover 3 beater, and it's DK Metcalf going across the face of Ronnie Lott, my favorite player on my team. Ronnie, stop letting me down. You're making me look bad, Ronnie. We try to follow up with a cover 3 beater of our own, and we connect with Diggs. Unfortunately, it doesn't result in a touchdown. We get tackled at the 7-yard line, but from the 7, it's never that difficult to score. We got Reggie Bush to the outside, finds some space, and he jurtles over the goal line into the end zone. Now 7-7. 2:23 left in the first half. We send some heat off the edge. I believe that's Jamal Adams screaming in there, and he gets a fumble. Forced fumble from Jamal Adams, looking a lot like real life. Jamal Adams, not the best in coverage, but a very formidable physical player on a football field. We get in on the RPO, extending our lead to 14-7, 1 second left in the first quarter. We send more heat off the edge, and we connect once again. Taylor Mays intercepting Dante Culpepper as he got to throw out a sack animation, and you guys are probably noticing I'm getting a lot better at blitzing out of big nickel over G. That's something I've been trying to work on for about a week or two. And in this game specifically, you're really noticing those blitzes are coming home. We get back in on the RPO. That RPO on the goal line is pretty hell. But now we're up 21-7, leading by 14. And my opponent decides to go for a cover 3 beater. And Ronnie Lott in the middle. You know what? Maybe it's my fault. It is my fault. I know it is. I'm putting too much pressure on Ronnie. I'm asking too much of him. So my apologies officially to Ronnie. We followed up on offense, throwing a Stevie Wonder. Denzel Ward going to pick off the ball. Thankfully, my opponent doesn't have the best stick there or something, but we end up making a tackle, a touchdown-saving tackle, because we hold him to 3. So he doesn't even get in. That tackle from Dante Culpepper ends up being huge as it's only 17-21 now. In the flats to Reggie Bush, and watch this little stick right here. Little hezzy stick. Oh, baby. I just got goosebumps. We're going to watch that on the replay. A little slight stop and go, get a little separation between the two defenders, and split them, baby. L'Jarius Sneed, not fast enough to make the tackle there, and we end up getting in for the touchdown. He goes back to that cover 3 beater. This time I deep halved the side, which left the crosser open. So now 2nd and 20. We're up by 2 possessions here. So the goal really is to not give up anything quick. You know, even if he scores, make him take his time. He ends up throwing over the middle, tries to low pass it, but Taylor Mays is there on the user lurk. 15 seconds left in the first half. This is amazing. Okay, he runs man up 3 deep. I recognize that. I end up blocking his thing. And oh my gosh, Scary Terry back of the end zone, glitches out the deep half, and look at this throw from Culpepper. This was about a 70-yard throw in the air, and Terry McLaurin in the back of the end zone, toe tapping, giving us the victory.
All right, who we playing? Don't be a hell game. Don't be Young Kiv. Be anybody else.
Well, you know what they say, asking you shall receive. I said anybody but Young Kiv, so they gave me Volterax. And you guys already know his story. I told you guys at the beginning. He's only lost a handful of times on the year, so I am expecting to have to play absolutely lights out if I want to win. And because I know most of you guys probably clicked on the video to see this game, I'm going to be showing every single play. So you saw we have been driving a little bit. It's 2nd and 5 now. We're trying to take our checkdowns, trying to be smart. We had the slant route. I decided to take a shot deep, and we end up connecting with Darren Waller on the crosser. Gets us to the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. That time we found our crosser to Reggie Bush for another big gain of about 25, now to the 6-yard line. From there, we pretty much just ran the ball 2 times, get into the end zone, and that's a great start to this game. Starting off, getting 7 points, now to play some defense. He dots me on the sideline. That's Metcalf getting a gain of about 25. Now, going back in time, if I could play Volterax again, he's under center and wing flex close, and I've been labbing the user rush. And so anybody in single back, I have this user rush figured out. And right there is an example of what pressure can bring you. Taylor Mays, I really wish would have intercepted that ball, because I'm not going to get many breaks against Volterax. So any opportunity I have to get a turnover, to get a stop, I absolutely need it. We end up hitting him, get him in a 3rd and 20. I am busy checking his abilities. I am a dumbass. I didn't set up my defense at all. I wasn't expecting him to quick hike me. Thought he was going to set up a long route combo. So on 3rd and 20, I came out and was checking his abilities, and he ends up converting on the deep corner route. That was just my bad. Very, very lazy play by me. I should have set up my defense, then checked his abilities. But regardless, he is continuing to drive. You see, he's being very methodical with it, taking his 2-3 yards, throwing these quick passes that are almost impossible to lurk because I can't even see the route combos on the field. He's throwing it so fast. 1st and goal now as he gets into the end zone to tie up the game. So now 7-7. We already, you know, had an opportunity. It didn't really play out for us. He's playing phenomenal defense. Nothing is really open. I tried to throw it late to square, but it was an under pressure throw. So I don't know. That could have been an interception. We then check it down underneath to Stephon Diggs, and looks like we got the first down on 2nd and 10. So we are trying to keep this drive alive. Now running the ball, and Mostert getting out to a 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 now. We're going with a pass and looking to the corner out. We should have thrown the corner a little bit earlier because we got hit as we threw it, and it brings up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, going with this little gadget play I got. It's man coverage. X was open, but somehow it went over his head. Maybe I should have lowballed that one because it results in a DRC interception, and he takes it back for a touchdown. And again, that's going to pretty much be a nail in the coffin for me because I already needed to play phenomenally. I think he should have caught this. People in the chat were saying that that was a bad read, but Waller is in front of them, and it says out of reach. I don't know how it went over his head. Regardless, I think he should have caught that. Now 14-7, down 7, 30 seconds left in the first half, and I throw it right to his user. You know, he ran underneath that. I thought he was going to try to peel back up to the corner. Didn't think he would run with the flat with only 30 seconds left, but he ends up getting the pick 6, and already down 14. He's about to get the ball back, and I've already shown I can't really stop him. So I just quit out, and that was my experience with Volterax. But I do tell you guys, I am playing a lot more head-to-head, and I almost guarantee you I'm going to match up with Volterax again. This time, I've been practicing the user rush to shut down single back passing. So I think I will have a better chance if I played him again, but we're just going to have to wait and find out. Sorry to let you guys down and get my cheeks taken by Volterax, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the sub button. I know you don't want to miss an upload, so just hit that noti bell as well. And boys, I'll be seeing you very soon. Part 3 coming out tomorrow.